Ace trader and the big bull of Dalal Street, Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, loved challenges. He flagged off Akasa Air's maiden flight between Mumbai and Ahmedabad on August 7, 2022, when the world was still recovering from the blows of the pandemic, and the airline industry was mired in turbulent weather. But Jhunjhunwala, being Jhunjhunwala, saw clear skies ahead. He infused $200 million into the airline and got it registered as SNV Aviation. But as soon as the airline took to air, Jhunjhunwala breathed his last at 62. While mourning his demise, Vinay Dubey, the founder and CEO of Akasa Air, thanked Jhunjhunwala for being an early believer and putting his trust and faith in the airline. Dubey had then asserted that Akasa Air will honor Jhunjhunwala's legacy and values by striving to run a great airline. Late Rakesh Jhunjhunwala and wife own about a 46% stake in the airline. Its CEO, Dubey, has a 16% stake. In the last 1 year, the fledgling budget carrier rapidly expanded its wings. It became the fastest to get to a fleet of 20 aircraft, a prerequisite to operate international flights. On its anniversary, Akasa claimed that it was operating 900 flights a week, and it plans to go global by December 2023. But some alleged that the airline poached distressed pilots during its rapid expansion from struggling SpiceJet and grounded Jet Airways at less than market rates. Recently, Akasa moved Delhi High Court after 43 pilots quit the airline. In its submission, its counsels claimed that the airline was in a crisis and may be forced to cease its operations, and that it has been cancelling 24 flights a day in September. But CEO Dubey claimed a day later that the airline's future and growth path were intact. Out of the total strength of 20, Akasa Airline has 19 Boeing 737 MAX 8 and one Boeing 737 MAX 200.
The issue of the 737 MAX is also very important to understand here, because globally across the world, the total number of pilots on the 737 MAX is 1/10 of what the pilots are on the 737 NG and the Airbus A320, correct? We know that. Now, when the Maxes already have such a small pilot pool base, Akasa knew very well when they signed up for these aircraft from Boeing, and if I might add, Akasa got an outstanding deal when, figuratively, in comparison, if the aircraft costs 100, Akasa got it for 23. Right? Now, you got the cheap aircraft. You know very well this aircraft is constantly having issues and problems. Globally across the world, pilots are increasingly not willing to fly this aircraft because of now recently discovered rudder issues with the MAX. And you're fully aware of all these risks and you went ahead and started an airline. What was Akasa doing when it came to manpower and human resource planning? Why couldn't they get the pilots? Why couldn't they get engineers? So this is just nothing. What this case appears, it appears to be a last-ditch effort to cover up an otherwise very clear goof up by Akasa.
Interestingly, till August, the airline's order book had 80 jets, including 23 Boeing 737-8s and 57 Boeing 737-8-200 aircraft, which are set to be delivered in 5 years.
The pilot shortages actually might be visible from next fiscal onwards, when all the grounded aircraft are back in air, they get operational, and also induction of new aircraft gets normalized. So the challenge will become more perhaps going forward in the next fiscal. And hopefully by that time, airlines will start looking at this matter more seriously and try and see if they need to increase their hold pools or look at other business practices to ensure that they have sufficient number of pilots when the aircraft are up in the air. But insofar as Akasa is concerned, we don't think that there's a case where the airline is going to shut down. These are regular sort of demand supply mismatches, if I were to put it like that. and there are ways and means of overcoming these issues.
The Ministry of Aviation recently granted Akasa Airline permission to launch international flights, opening up new opportunities for growth. Its CEO, Vinay Dubey, said that the airline is on track to announce a 3-digit aircraft order by the end of this year to serve the growing travel demand. On the issue of pilots, an Akasa Airline spokesperson recently told a business news portal that it has a team of over 450 pilots, and another 60 pilots are expected to join after completing their notice periods at other airlines, and that the airline plans to double its current pilot strength. He also termed flight cancellations as only short-term constraints. Now, only time will tell if the airline meets Jhunjhunwala's expectations or not.
If you like this video, share it and subscribe to Business Standard. For more news, views and insights, log on to www.business-standard.com. Do also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram and LinkedIn.
He's about to land his dream job. Business Standard.